I'm Michael David Cobb Bowen, and this is Cobb Vision. I went to the watch store in the Galleria today, and I was there to take my son's watch because the strap had fallen off of it or broken or something. We went about a year ago to the Macy's in Century City, and we were all dressed up, and I treated him to a watch. We both got G-Shocks. I have a Casio G-Shock around here someplace that I took off because I'm on vacation. I have an alarm that goes off at 5 a.m. which tells me I have 2 more hours to sleep, and so I get up at 7. And then I have an alarm that goes off at 3 p.m. That lets me know that it's tea time and time to get the rest of my afternoon in order. But I don't pay attention to any of those alarms because I am on vacation. And so I am just taking it easy and chilling out. And so I thought I'd talk about watches because I'm a big watch guy. I really love watches. So the first watch I ever got was for my 14th birthday, and it was one of those red LED digital watches. Remember the old ones with the little, it looked like Mattel football, the little LEDs in there, and those were just, it was the bomb. That was my first watch, I think I did. And then when I was 19, I had one of those calculator watches where you could push the buttons and it was a calculator as well. That was a big deal back then. But the first significant watch I ever bought that was, more than $50 was this. This is a Casio diver's watch. Oh, it's Casio, duh. It's a Seiko. This is the Seiko automatic 100 meters. This was my favorite material possession with the rotating bezel. All through college years and my first job, I never took this off. Well, I took it off for one reason, but that's another video blog. And I had that watch. Well, I still have it now. I got a little water in the case, and the internals are kind of screwed up, but I'll get it fixed. This is the one that goes to Boy when he's ready to be a man. And then at some point I bought this tank watch, and I've been pretty partial to Seikos until I went to New York City. And like most Californians, I think the coolest thing is not to be fancy dresser, but wear a pair of jeans and then have a watch that lets people know if you got money or not, because we all have to prove that we have money for some reason. You tell me. And so I got to the Breitling store. It wasn't a Breitling store, but it was a watch store, and they had Breitlings. And I had never heard of Breitlings before, but as soon as I saw them, I said, this is the kind of watch I need to have. And so I took my time, went through the store, asked the guy how much. $1,200. What? I couldn't believe it. I didn't think there were more than 3 or 4 or 5 brands, Movado, Corum, Rolex, and a few others maybe. But I'd never heard of Breitling, and I wouldn't think that they'd have a $1,200 watch, but they did, and so it has been my desire. But in the meantime, I started my consulting business, my third business, and I was at Berlin, Connecticut, and I got this from Service Merchandise. Another Seiko. This is a Seiko. This one is my pseudo bling watch. It's kind of nice. It's got the gold and silver band. Can you see that? Yeah, that's a kind of nice watch. I haven't worn it in a long time, but I think this is the watch that I wore when I got married. And then I moved out back to California in '97. Went up to Silicon Valley, and that's when I said, maybe now I can have my Breitling. And I actually had the money, but I didn't take it out in time. And so I said, well, if I can't have this watch, and the watch that I really wanted was a Breitling Grand Premier, and they only made it for a few years, and that was the watch that I wanted. Although I'd settle for a Montbriant or a Datora, and I can still remember one of the Stanford Mafia kids, 27 years old, 2 years out of Stanford, selling me ideas about, some software product, and he's sitting there with the great big fat Breitling on, and I am just dying of envy. So I rejected his idea out of hand and said, go sell it to somebody else. And that was really evil of me, but it was painful. It was painful to watch this kid with the nice watch, especially since the Fed had jumped down my throat, and I was. That's another story. So I decided, okay, I could have one $1,000 watch, because I could spare that kind of money. Even though now I know that there's watches are 4,000 or 5,000, and the problem, of course, of having taste is that you have too much taste and you can't afford it. So I said, well, maybe I'll buy three $300 watches instead of one $1,000 watch, and I'll have that much more fun. And I can get it incrementally without the wife busting me over the head with a frying pan. And so I got my Hamilton that I wear these days, well, along with the G-Shock. And where's my Hamilton? It's around here someplace. Oh, here it is. And this one also has the date at the number 4 position. Really cool. I like this Hamilton. Second strap on it. I originally had the brown leather, but I like the black and silver thing. It's very Kenneth Cole. And so I found myself one night having to spend an extra day in San Francisco. So I'm in the Marina District, and I have to wash my clothes myself because I'm staying with a friend and not in a hotel. And I end up at the laundromat, and I've got my nice watch on, like a nice shirt, still business, and it's like 8 o'clock at night, and I hadn't been in a laundromat in many years, and I'm just embarrassed. I'm embarrassed because, I don't have any knockabout, kick-around clothes, and I'm sitting here with this expensive watch on, and I'm saying, So as soon as I got back, went to Target and bought a watch for $30. The Coleman Lantern people, they make a digital watch too, and I can't find it, even though the alarm rings at 8:15 every morning, and I can't find it, and I'm not going to look for it. Just wait for the battery. It's been running for 7 years, and the battery still hasn't died yet. So one of these days, perhaps I'll get the Breitling. Oh, wait, there's one more. It's around here someplace, I swear to God. Oh, here it is. No, that's not it. Now, here it is. You will recognize this. Date just. Yes. A lovely Rolex. This was a gift to me from my business partner from the China deal that went south. And he put 2 of them out in front of me, and he said pick one, and I picked this one. So I wasn't sure, if he spent all that much money on me, but I went to the same place where I got the strap fix, and the guy said if it's a fake, it's a very good fake. I couldn't tell it's a fake by looking at it. I'd have to open it up and tell you if it's a fake. And so, I don't know, I don't care, it's a gift. And so maybe I'm kind of at home with fake watches instead of the big fancy watches, because that's what you're supposed to do anyway, not wear the big blingy ones. So I don't know. I still kind of want the Breitling. I do. I admit it. But maybe I'll buy a fake and pretend it's real or something. I don't know. Watches, I love them. This is Michael David Cobb Bowen for Cobb Vision. Peace.